Well, good morrow, my friends, and welcome to Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you, you love me. There's mutual glorious affection, joining you from my favorite little coffee shop here in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I'm just an Okie in Muskogee. This is Queen City, lovely exposed brick wall right here. You hear background noises and other people talking. It's simply because there are other people around. So I'm going to do my best and to be intelligible to all of you. But thank you so very much for being here. It is a delight to be back here with you again. We've had a couple of weeks off. How you doing? I've been great. I had an amazing opening weekend of the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival. I'm here for another 3 weekends, and I do hope you're able to join me for it. It is just a lovely vibe of a festival, and it is glorious. But of course, do join me. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. Subscribe over on YouTube, youtube.com/Shakespeare Approves. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all of the fun things, and it helps the algorithm. Engage with me in the comments. You can also watch the show live. We stream it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nat21 Adventures, because this show is part of the Nat21 Adventures Twitch network. And you can support Nat21 Adventures by going to patreon.com/Nat21 Adventures. And you can get a free month of subscription to it by going to Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, consider spending it with us. And you can also stream the show live on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Shakespeare.approves. Most of my socials are betwixt the Shakespeare and the approves. It's fantastic and delightful, and you can get all of my socials. It is the only way I judge my self-worth in life, after all, by going to Shakespeare.approves on Linktree. So linktree.e/Shakespeare.approves. And you can also get there by going to this fantastic QR code on your screen right here. So it's wonderful to be here, wonderful to have all of you. And I think we should get this party started. What say you? So I believe I'm going to just jump straight over to this screen right here. Right now, yes, we're going to go to this screen. Why am I like this? Oh, I don't know. Could it be because I have a guest with me? Yes, a guest who wrote this book, Incantations, which is a cozy supernatural story. And I have the author of this book with me. Oh, yes, I do. Good friends and neighbors, Jessica MacLean, the author of the book. Hello, Jessica. Hello, my friend.
Hello, Master Shakespeare.
It is lovely to have you here. Thank you for writing this book. I said that like it's the most important book of the year. Yes.
It is.
This book will help us fight racism.
Yes, supernatural racism.
You know it exists.
It does.
I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, right? Do you even know what a kawakwa is?
A kawakwa?
Yes, a kawakwa.
It sounds like a combination between a koala and a cloaca on a penguin.
Well, if you live in Maine or if you read my book, you might know.
Oh, all right. Well, let's learn. Jessica MacLean, right here, the author, the amazing, the wonderful. And you can also go get her books, all of her books, at jessicamacleanauthor.weebly.com, and follow her on her Substack, expatmaclean.substack.com. Tell us about this book.
Well, this book is, okay, it is a cozy supernatural, like you just said. There's a magical inn. Do you like snarky baby dragons? That features Keeley in this.
Yes.
Who doesn't? The pen dragon, I feel like, is my inner voice that I'm not allowed to voice to other humans. But a woman, Fleur Blackwell. She finds herself inheriting a mysterious inn in Maine from an aunt she barely knew. And there's a warlock pact that accidentally happens, and calamity and chaos, and a little bit of romance mixed in, and just a ton of different supernatural creatures, and learning how to navigate a magical world that she didn't know existed.
Oh, fantastic! And now, is any of this romance with this magical creature from Maine?
No, it's not.
Okay.
There's at least there's a couple of romances that could be happening in it.
Okay, all right. And any of the fantastic, let's call them shenanigans, do any of them involve the rather mundane day-to-day life aspects of, well, you've got to now deal with spreadsheets and Microsoft Excel?
A little bit. She's an IT nerd, so it does come up a little bit. Do you know how to run an inn, magical or otherwise? Because she doesn't. She works in IT.
I do not.
I didn't until I started writing a book about it. You learn a lot about things when you write a book about it. But also fun things like, okay, so let's say you're trapped somewhere and you need supplies and you're in a magical world. Where do you get them? You have your phone. You're probably going to need some apps. So we do discuss things like Insta Occult.
Insta Occult?
Yes, Insta Occult. Drip Drop, where vampires go to do TikToks type things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
That's
navigating a more adult magical world than a lot of the ones that you read that are more YA.
Oh, I love this. So real quick, London Fog, one of our fans over here on Twitch said, "Oh, this is pre-recorded." Ah, well, no, we are not pre-recorded right now. I just keep muting myself. I just keep muting myself as my off-screen wife suggested over on Facebook. And texted to me real quick because there's background noise on my side, other people in the room. So whenever Jessica is talking, I'm trying to mute myself so as her not getting overrun with background noises. So, yeah. So, oh, no way. What? Yeah. So, how did you become a writer? When did you decide that that is what you wanted to do?
Well, I've been dabbling in writing off and on since high school, but finally got around to publishing it because I did NaNoWriMo one year, and it forced me to get through writing a full book. And then once you get the first one under your belt, it becomes a lot easier after that. And yeah, so I'm on novel number 6 now.
Holy smoke. That is something. And this is the first book of a planned series as well. We can see from the title right here. So let's just make that big. Brookhaven Tales number 1.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So what are the Brookhaven Tales going to be?
They are all going to take place in this town of Brookhaven, Maine, because, cozy, supernatural, Maine. It's near, I don't know how many people are familiar with Freeport, Maine, but it's in that area because there's also a desert there, which makes for really fun mythos to add to a world.
A desert in Maine. I don't think I knew about that.
It's a real desert. It's growing, I think, like half an inch a year.
Oh.
They used to have a camel. They don't anymore.
How very dare.
The camel died and they didn't replace it. Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. London Fog is I'm saying right here. Hello, Jessica. So she's one of our. They are one of our fantastic weekly contributors out in Oregon. So I am, I think, about 6, maybe 7 hours behind you. They are further 2 hours behind me at this moment because they're over on the West Coast. And off-screen wife Tara Lynn over on Facebook saying, "What inspired this book?"
Well, this book was inspired. Realistically, I said, what would happen if inn had a way to do accommodate different supernatural creatures and beings? What kind of things would have to happen to make that work? So a room for a vampire, how would you do that? Obviously, there's no windows. A room for a werewolf. There's a fun discount for werewolves in Brookhaven, actually, on full moon nights, just to keep the town safe.
Oh, that's funny.
It's the whole series is going to take place in the town, and it's going to focus on a different character and a different business each time. I've started working on the sequel already, which is going to be called Coven Coffee.
Okay, I like that title so much. I'm loving that these titles are puns and portmanteaus. I'm a huge fan of those, such as Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. So I see you. This is fantastic.
I feel like Renaissance Fairs does that to us.
Yes,
when you work at them for so many years, it's in your brain.
Very much. So this is going to be available. So people can get it over on Bezos's Shop of Evil right now. Which, hey, like you're dealing with creepy ghoulies and etc. So maybe that is on brand. But this is also going to be available at Barnes and Noble. Yes.
Yes. In about a week, I believe, it'll be available on Barnes and Noble. It'll also be available on, if you have a favorite indie bookshop, you can actually just go to them and request that they order a copy. So anywhere that you want to go get it, you can.
All right, fantastic. So we're going to be plugging this book again at the end of the show. Incantations. And when I said Bezos is a Shop of Evil, my off-screen wife texted to me my first name in all caps, exclamation point, like, how dare you? No. She's like, no. What you don't know, off-screen wife, is Jessica and I were talking about Bezos' Shop of Evil. Which, by the way, infinitely cooler name.
That's true.
And I it feels like a second-hand shop that you would go to in Salem.
Like Needful Things, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But we are gonna do some sonnet. Jessica, are you ready to write a sonnet today?
I haven't since college, but sure.
Well, you don't have to write all 14 lines by yourself, so do not worry. We are all going to be contributing ideas and whatnot, because here is how it works. My friends, it is time to start writing our sonnet, writing sonnets with Shakespeare proper, with special in-studio guest Jessica MacLean is here to begin. So what is a sonnet? Well, a sonnet, my friends, is a 14-line poem. There are 3 4-line stanzas. The first line, line A, rhymeth with the third line, line C. The second, line B, rhymeth with the fourth line, line D, and you repeat that formula for all 3 stanzas. You close it all off with a rhyming couplet, 2 lines that rhyme with each other, and it's all done in iambic pentameter. That means 10 syllables per line. For instance, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Each of these 2-syllable phrases is called an iamb, I-A-M-B, and that's a metrical foot consisting of 1 short or unstressed syllable followed by 1 long or stressed syllable. Clear as mud? Of course it is. And you can go to hendacasyllabic, 11 syllables, that's your SAT word of the day, if the need arises. So basically the pattern is bop, 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 bop. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Do you need to know what an iamb is in order to write a sonnet? No. Is it helpful? Yes, of course it is. But we're going to move along and just do our best. And if you're a little short, that's fine too. So let's go to last week's sonnet. or rather, I should say, last time's sonnet, to get an example of it. So this is formless poem, Form of Friendship, which we wrote on our last episode, April 14th. They don't mind when you forget the song's words. They join you in all your cockamamie schemes. Great word, by the way, cockamamie. For them, you'll rise at dawn to look at birds. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared this magic with me. Friend groups are quite simply found family. My friend thou art, though we may disagree, so long as we can act with empathy. The feelings of a friend is a high five, the clink of mugs, but lasting ever long. Friendship forgives when they cannot drive stick. The winds are yours, for them you cross the world. No one told you life was going to be this way. Anyway, power of friendship wins the day. And it was a delightful poem that we did not follow the stricter A-B rhyming pattern, but that is okay because it is a formless poem in that case. So for today, here is our sonnet document. And it's buttons. If the buttons would work properly in the order that I hit them, that would be so delightful. All right. And let's fix this because this guy is a little wide right here. All right. There we go. Because it's just going to bother me otherwise. All right. There we go. He fits in there now. Huzzah. So now it fits in there. Now, here is our sonnet today. Now it says ode to. For every sonnet is an ode to something. And here we have our candy jar, the lines that we like, but we are not yet sure what to do with. So throw them in there. Sometimes we make an entire poem out of a candy jar, or even just let the candy jar inspire another poem. So what do we want to write about today, my friends? Put your suggestions into the comments. And over in Twitch, Gareth is saying there's actually a vampire cafe in Map Marker, 801 Royal Street, New Orleans. Oh yeah, the Vampire Cafe. Yeah, it's not a coffee cafe. No. It's a New Orleans cafe, which means booze. I've been there. And the way I'm dressed right now with just, my jacket and a very Shakespeare shirt, I look very standard for New Orleans. London Fog saying, been to the Vampire Speakeasy? Yeah, you have. It's pretty cool in there. And London Fog also saying Gareth has provided such a good stanza. Vote, let's build off of that. And let's see what the stanza was. The Vampire Coffee Shop. Midnight drips slow through the cafe's glass panes, where velvet shadows curling candlelight, and bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger pale beneath the light. Oh, I am inclined to agree with you, London Fog, that Gareth has picked and potentially provided our stanzas for our poem today. So the Vampire Coffee Shop is our thing. Thus, dear Jessica MacLean, I'm pretty sure you may have a whole lot of ideas for this.
Oh, well, let's see.
Vampire Coffee Shop. Or even witchy? Vampire. I'm going to put witchy in question mark right there. So as we all come up with lines, remember we're looking for 10 syllables per line. And a thing I have not yet done, my friends, is had a nice noisy slurp of coffee. So let's do that right now. Oh, goodness gracious. I hit the wrong button again. Oh my God. I'm not used to having two people on screen. This is so weird.
I should have done some mime with you while you were slurping.
Let's show it again. All right. There we go. That's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. Now, you can buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. And over there, coffee.com/Shakespeare, ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. You can also get your own sonnet commissioned, such as one of these. It takes me about 4 or 5 days to do a turnaround. And for a little bit of extra coin, send you a physical copy as well. But let's work on our vampire or witchy coffee shop poem with author Jessica MacLean. We have some fantastic stanza already written up here by Gareth. So I'm going to put that into our candy jar right now, and it's going to, just so we can already have it to work with. Midnight drips slow through the. Oops, sorry. Cafes, glass panes, where velvet shadows curl in candle white, and bitter brews. Is it bitter? I used to think so. I don't really think that anymore. Run darker than the veins of those who linger, pale beneath the light. This feels like a lovely companion piece to Michael Jackson's Thriller. I gotta say that. Screaming
Coconut water
Dragon.
has too many syllables.
I'm sorry?
I said coconut water has too many syllables. I was trying to make a joke.
It's only 5.
It's 5, but then adding something to it, you only have 5 more to work with, which is
You can go to 6. You can go to 6 more.
when
And
you're
back
done
if
with
you like.
that, there's a fun joke that
All right. So, all right. Screaming Dragon here does. There are many flavors you might just like. Just might like. London Fog. Shakes does a noisy slurp, and Jessica takes a reserved sip. I can do a reserved sip. Pinky out, baby.
I can probably do a noisy slurp. Let's see.
All right. Yes. That's good internet audio. I don't care who you are. All right. Oftentimes with the good internet audio, I also like to do some British ASMR. And Jessica, since you are now an expatriated American living in the landmass where my accent comes from, you are in Edinburgh. Give us some good English words. I like to say pollywobble into the microphone. So let's do some good English ASMR.
And of course, now I won't think of any good English words now that I'm here. Peely wheely. I feel like anything that you add a Y to the end of is going to end up being a silly British word.
Indeed, yeah.
Herkle-durkle.
Herkle-durkle. Oh. Here's one I haven't thought of before. Codswallop.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. Mind the
Dreek.
gap.
Dreek doesn't really work for ASMR as much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But right now, since I now have someone else on the show leaning into the microphone, it does feel like we're doing an NPR show.
So, what do you think of birds?
Oh, birds are nice. Birds are nice.
Birds are nice. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, birds are nice. Yeah.
What's
They
your
fly.
favorite bird?
Oh, a flightless bird. The penguin.
Oh, I just saw some penguins at the zoo the other day. Yeah.
I'm going to be seeing a relative of the penguin, the puffin, live and in person, in Iceland in a few weeks.
If I got off my butt and took a bus to the Highlands, I could go see a puffin, but I probably won't.
I'm going to go see puffins frolicking near active volcanoes.
Ooh.
Because apparently they don't have survival instincts. They have the intelligence and survival instincts of a house cat, which means They understand danger, but they also might just run towards it? Question mark.
So the same as a toddler. Good.
Yeah, yeah. And my cat Pippin. He's like, I will go see this. And or when Pippin gets very scared, he runs away from something and farts the entire time.
I did go to a cat cafe the other day.
Did you go to Moogie's?
I did.
Oh, yes.
I've never been to one before. It was fantastic.
And Moogie's is delightful because none of those cats are available for adoption. They're just there as they work there, the ambiance. But the little hairless one, oh my God, she is so needy and so wants all of your food.
The Norwegian forest cat and the one of the Maine Coons and the ragdoll were my best friends.
Norwegian forest cats are amazing. A friend of mine in Louisiana has one. He has a Norwegian forest cat crossbred with a Maine Coon, who he got as a rescue. What? And this cat is 45 pounds, I think, and firmly believes it is baby and needs to be carried everywhere because he is baby. And like he rides around now in like a Snuggly, a baby Bjorn. And I swear he's going to throw my friend's back out.
Coconut water. Sorry.
Oh yeah, coconut water.
Let's make spastic brain moment.
Let's make that work.
Water. Yeah. So a long time ago in World War, they were talking about using coconut water to possibly replace blood in a pinch when wounded soldiers were suffering blood loss. This is real history. It doesn't work. Don't do it. It's not great. But I wrote into the book that the vampires on Drip Drop, the vampire version of TikTok, decided to do it as a drip drop challenge to see how much coconut water they could drink. And then as a result, that's what the inn's mini fridge stocks for the vampire rooms is coconut water instead of blood.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Way to work coconut water into it, but I can't.
Oh my God. I love that.
The ravings of a lunatic right now.
No. See, this is great because this is how this show works. Like, we're all over the place. We're talking English, fun English words to say. We're talking cat cafes. Moogie's, by the way, Moogie's has their own tartan, people. Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah, it is this lovely pastel as well. And I need it in my life. I'm going to eventually convince Jessica to not just give me the couch for Edinburgh Fringe, but to like maybe even give me the second best bed.
Oh.
Yeah, I know,
How
right?
big do you think my flat is?
Well, 1 bedroom?
No, it's 2.
All right, yes. I've got a chance. Right. But yes, and I will then try to do an event at Moogie's because it's just so very unbrand for me. Like not for the concept of Shakespeare, but for me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, Edinburgh Fringe, I want to do a thing at Moogie's Cat Cafe. And then they'll be like, which is right there off of the green, people. It's amazing. It's fantastic. And the green is not green. It is very paved. But
yeah, grass market. There's no grass.
Yeah, no, it's delightful and it's wonderful. And there's so many great restaurants right there and wonderful shops and a secondhand shop, a fantastic secondhand thrift shop, cat corner to them down the ways that has so many kilts that have been worn exactly once because they've all been bought for weddings and then nobody wants to wear them again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so great.
Tartan. You guys have fun. I'll be right.
All right. Oh, Jessica is grabbing a tartan. We are. She had to run off screen. We're going to leave her book right there, though, because remember, we are. Oh, she's back so fast.
I'm not grabbing my actual tartan. I do have the MacLean tartan, but not to pimp out somebody else's book. How to Kill a Witch. It's a fantastic book. It's written by the same people who are driving the whole reparations for witches who were murdered in the witch trials in Scotland. They're the ones who are behind the witches' tartan that was just approved. The inside under the jacket is the tartan. Sorry.
So the official tartan of the Stratford Shakespeare Festival in Stratford, Ontario, is called Witch's Blood because, you know, Macbeth, etc.
Mhm.
I'm allowed to say it. It's mine. And
You're not performing it. It's fine.
yeah, and also it's mine. And whatever. Everybody knows that the true cursed play is the Greek play. I mean, come on. So, it's very similar to that witch's tartan right there, which is also very similar to Spirit of Bruce, which was done for like the 600th anniversary of the Battle of Bannockburn, which has become one of the more popular kilts that you see at Renaissance festivals nowadays. But so it makes me very, very happy that the witch's tartan is so similar to witch's blood, which is the Shakespeare tartan. So I love that. And I truly need to get my own Shakespeare approves tartan. Like Shakespeare approves of this tartan. it goes along with like Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Yes.
Right. All right. Oh my gosh. It's so off track, but what's new about this show? All right, here we go. All right, the corners of the shop are shadowed deep, and predatory eyes glint in the dark. Ooh, I like that. Oh, got that one. All right, in there already. His cup resounds uncouth, a brazen burp of sound that echoes through the shadowed place. Resounds uncouth, a brazen burp of sound that echoes through the shadowed place. So, Jessica, how many books do you foresee in this series, the Brookhaven Tales?
I am not entirely sure. It could go on for a while. I'm really, really enjoying the town. And I'm excited to explore all of the businesses and all of the characters. There's a fairy godmother who owns a bakery that's called After Midnight Bakery, and it's only open after midnight. And I think she probably has to have a whole expansion on hers. There's going to be a genie family reunion that's going to happen over at the Desert of Maine. So they need a place to stay, and just a lot of different possibilities going forward.
I love
Cinematic
that
universe.
Well, first off, that is very similar to the lovely cookie shop in Salem called Goodnight Fatty. Yeah. And then also they offer breakfast items on Saturday and Sunday mornings called Good Morning Chubby. Yeah, so Good Night Fatty, Good Morning Chubby. It's so great.
And the third book. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no. But I was going to say, with you saying cinematic universe and the fairy godmother having this, and you said more stories. It's like starting to make me feel that you have a little bit of a Discworld happening up there in Brookhaven, Maine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a Terry Pratchett fan.
Yeah.
Because who isn't?
Yeah, right. I mean, this is just feeling delightful. Like you need.
Clearly, I focus on humor, so.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's a shame that guy never really focused on humor. Such a shame.
The third book is Krampus's daughter is going to be coming to Brookhaven for a vacation. So just throw that one out there. The third one is already in the works also.
I love that. Krampus's daughter. And what is her name?
Krista Krampus.
Why'd I ask? I feel like I knew that in my heart.
It's right here. You just had to listen. I think you may have muted yourself.
I did, because you were talking, and then I forgot to unmute it. All right, let's see. And off screen, I just got your text. Yes, I was muted. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Jessica told me. All right. So and remember, we're trying to make something work with coconut water and vampires doing the what's it called? The drink drip?
The drip drop challenge.
The drip drop challenge. All right, with coconut water. See if you can work that in 10 syllables, or even make it work in 2 lines, however you need, my friends. We need to get that in here. But
I feel bad. Everything that they've been presenting is artistic and beautiful and wonderful, and that I'm throwing in random jokes about coconut water. That's
random jokes.
Not the vibe.
Have you not figured out what this show is about? Most of the time, these things are incredibly silly.
Oh, good.
So this first stanza that got us all off on this tear. The midnight drips slow through the cafe's glass panes, where velvet shadows curl in candlelight, and bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger beneath the pale light. That feels like it could also be the closing stanza too. So I want to see where we go. So, my friends, Ode to the Vampire or Witchy Coffee Shop. That's what we're doing here. Winter Tailspinner just threw in some lines as well. The nighttime's cozy culture has been so sadly been erased. The daylight folk that look upon our lifestyle with distaste. Our history and myth of lore have sadly been replaced with awful dreck like twilight and kindred be embraced. 4 lines all rhyming together. All right. And then they're saying, I know that doesn't fit on meter at all, but in my defense, I haven't brewed coffee yet. Well, hey, it's very on brand for everything. So I'm going to write these lines in here, though, because this is delightful. And I'm going to mute myself. Well, Jessica gives you some fantastic stories of her time in Edinburgh, because you've been there for what, close to a year now?
5 months.
Oh, that's it.
Close to a year. It's fine. 5 months is close to a year.
Yeah, sure. When you're rounding, because 5 months is basically 6 months, and 6 months is half a year, and that's nearly a decade.
A year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's your favorite thing you've done so far there?
Oh, let's see. Well, Edinburgh, I'm just going to throw on the sales pitch for Edinburgh. Everyone come to Edinburgh. It's beautiful. I am within walking distance of the botanical gardens, so I go there multiple times a week, which is fantastic, and the cherry blossoms are out right now. Beautiful, scenic. The cat cafe was fantastic. A lot of my the first half of my time here was in the panic of trying to learn how to deal with NHS and all of the different things that you need to learn being an immigrant to a new country, which were not quite as horrifying as I thought. Let's see. I should have come prepared for this. I knew you were going to ask about Edinburgh. Basically, I live in a small village, which is the perfect place to write cozy romance or comedy.
Edinburgh does feel like a village until you get into like some of the more built-up spots, but the built-up spots aren't that big.
The closes are amazing. For people who haven't been here, the closes are what they call alleys. Essentially, they're these small little pathways that, if you're on the Royal Mile specifically, you walk down and there's these little alleys that branch. Alleys? Where am I from? Alleys that branch off the side of the street, and they were used to get to other streets, obviously. But you never know what you're going to find when you go down one. So my husband and I basically play close roulette when we're near the Royal Mile, and we just pick them at random for fun names. Like, ooh, I wonder what's down Flesh Market Close. That sounds horrific. And sometimes you get this scary, creepy, dark alley that goes nowhere, and you think you might get stabbed. And then other times you walk into a secret garden that's just this beautiful manicured magic place that you didn't know existed, and you wouldn't necessarily see on a tourist guidebook because it's not in them.
My favorite close to walk down was the stairs immediately adjoining the castle.
Mhm.
And from the very bottom to the very top, there are 473 stairs. And I decided, as one does, I'm going to run up all of them. Because two things. One, I had just gotten over COVID like 3 days earlier. And two, I was getting my knee operated on in about 3 weeks. So I figured, what the hell? Why not try? And let's just jog up the stairs. And off-screen wife took video of this. It was delightful. It's just like, oh yeah, he's going for this. Yeah, this idiot is going. All right, yeah. And I died. I'm a vampire now.
Yeah, that makes sense. You
Yeah,
look paler than I remember.
Yeah, you know what? It's not just being English. It is being undead.
Ah,
Yeah, but true fact, Edinburgh is genuinely my favorite city in the whole world.
it's beautiful.
It's great. I love those botanical gardens. Off-screen wife and I were there on the 4th of July, which was amazing and wonderful and very silly. And and at the time, people were like, "Oh, you're Americans. Oh, you guys are kind of going through some stuff." And we're like, yeah, hey, how you doing?" And
Sorry,
yeah.
go on.
Oh no, you, please.
You said you're Americans, and one of the funniest things I think that's happened to me is my doctor here is Irish, and first 5 minutes of meeting her, "Oh, you're American? Who did you vote for?" Which I find hilarious because I think it's a totally fair question. You should know who you're talking to. But I've seen so many people online upset by being asked that same question who are Americans. I'm like, well, I know who you voted for then. Sorry,
Yeah.
didn't mean to make this political.
Oh, no. Art is political. Art is political. And when the entire world is on fire, sometimes it creeps into our regular conversations in coffee shops where there are vampires, just like the American Revolution. Also, the English Revolution started being planned in coffee shops, true fact, and the French Revolution being planned in coffee shops, true fact. Maybe we shouldn't be worrying about let's crack down on speech. Maybe good people in charge, hey, 1%, you need to crack down on coffee shops. Well, I am. That's where I am. But have you taken the Saint Mary? Have you taken the Mary King's
Yes.
the Mary King's Close tour?
I have. Saw the pile of dolls for the ghost child. It's fantastic.
It's so great. Oh my gosh. And you're
I
underground and it's
yeah.
it's so creepy.
Don't touch this wallpaper because you might die because it's asbestos or arsenic or
Yeah, arsenic wallpaper.
Yeah.
Arsenic wallpaper. But then also they're like, oh yeah, in this room, which yeah, it's underground now, but it wasn't underground then. It's like, all right, that's valid. It's valid. It's like you still have seen the light of day upon leaving your hovel because everything was so close together and they built so high up. And it's like, yeah, you still wouldn't see the light of day. It's still going to be dark.
Yeah.
It's still a dark, creepy alley, no matter the time of day. It's like, oh, all right, thanks for that.
Gardy Lou.
Oh my god. Oh, my absolute favorite random fact I love, and I've been to Edinburgh a couple of times now, is upon taking one of like the more official tours, like you're going to the castle or you're going over to the Palace of Holyrood House, and one of the first things you learn is, and I wonder if this is true for you. Welcome to Edinburgh. We are built on dormant volcanoes. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like straight away. Hey, you need to know volcanic activity.
I walked up one of them the other day. Calton Hill.
Yeah.
they're going to have the Beltane Fire Festival in a couple of days there. It's going to be a bunch of...
because Belton is Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a bunch
Happy
of
May Day, everybody.
dressed to the max for the Fun Witchy Pagan Fire Festival. People were walking through the town with torches for Imbolc, which surprised the crap out of me. I was like, really? This is okay? Hundreds of people with live torch flames, and nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. It was amazing.
Well, I'm assuming nothing bad happened because they weren't all wearing like polo shirts like they are middle management at a Best Buy and wondering what they did with their lives. And second, that the torches weren't actually tiki torches.
Oh, they were like open flame, big torches.
Yeah, like they were legit real torches because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah. And it was fine. And the city is all stone, which is helpful too. It's harder to burn down the stone buildings than it is.
Yet not impossible.
Not impossible, no.
Not impossible.
More difficult.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my God. I need off-screen wife and I have had this conversation several times of, hey, do we want to move to Britain? Yeah. Where in Britain would we go? Edinburgh. Now, maybe not directly in the city itself, but like, hey, outside, like you go to Rosslyn. I mean, it's 15 minutes away by car. It's half an hour away. It's half an hour away by local bus. And the bus system there is amazeballs. And like, oh yeah, you know what? Hey, friends, we're going to talk about public transportation and infrastructure now. Welcome to the Public Transportation and Infrastructure Chat with Shakespeare. Yeah, I've got feelings on this. They've got a train. They've got buses. They're extending the train lines. Are they expanding the highways? No, they're improving the highways. Yes. Also, trains go everywhere. Buses go everywhere, including places they shouldn't. But that's just a Europe thing, all right? So, Anyway, yeah. So
this is the first time in my life I haven't had a car.
Good for you.
Even when I lived in Boston, I had a car. I don't need one here. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And magic is just an accepted thing here, by the way, which is amazing as a pagan to come into a place where everyone's just like a little bit witchy, and they just all accept it. Fairies are real. Magic is real.
Yeah.
It's just part of life, and that's fantastic.
All right. Gareth, who has been offering us many great lines, is needing to leave. So Gareth, thank you so very much for joining us this day, my love. Thank you so much. Let's get back into this amazing song. I'm loving this conversation now. It's all over the place, but hey, this is wonderful. So we have so many great comments, like as you can see right here, just everything going on. But let's see. All right. It creepeth soft within the shrouded shade, and this is from Gareth, who just had to step out, and stalks the night with hunger yet unseen, a thirst most strange by darker art is made, for blood distilled from out a humble bean. Ooh! Oh, that is fun. Evocative as well. All right. So here we go. It creepeth soft within the shrouded shade. That it wasn't a word. I started typing that. Shrouded shade. And stalks the night with hunger yet unseen. Gareth, like doing the Lord's work to write most of this himself. A thirst most strange by darker arts is made for blood. And Jessica, you've actually met Gareth. He was a patron at the Connecticut Renaissance Festival back when you were a vendor there.
Oh.
Yeah,
hello.
He would often...
He's gone now, but hello.
Yeah, he would often come dressed as Link.
Oh, okay. I do remember.
Humble bean.
Fantastic. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say hi before he left.
Yeah. Old Fish Market Close is the one that London Fog is never going on, blaming Jonathan Sims. in Edinburgh. So what's the story with Old Fish Market close?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I'm
Well,
interested though. I'm writing it down.
all right. Yeah. And then Tailspinner, going back to what you were saying earlier, of like, oh, who'd you vote for? Scots find an American, immediately ask.
Yeah.
But that was an Irishman.
Oh,
So-
but also everyone here. No
yeah,
one
seriously.
is afraid to ask that. And I've been told it's because we want to know who we're dealing with, which is completely fine and
Oh,
fair.
valid. I was over there and they asked me, who'd you vote for? And I said my local congressman. And they're just like looked at me like, who? And I was like, yeah, he's my congressman. And they're like, oh, okay. Not what I was asking. Like, I know. I'm difficult. I am a difficult person.
I get to vote in my first Scottish election next week. I'm excited.
Already? You already get to vote?
Yeah. If you live
something-
here and sign up by whenever the day is, you vote here.
That's amazing. It's basically just, so for you, it's effectively just being like, oh, you're an American moving from one state or one voting district to another,
Yeah.
effectively. It's amazing and wonderful. Now, are you maintaining your American citizenship so you can vote in the midterms?
Yes, I will be voting in the midterms. I already have my paperwork filled out.
Nice.
Need all the votes we can get.
Oh, yeah. A very true London fog right here. I'm not sure if you saw that, Jessica, even or perhaps especially when you think you're not being political with your art is influenced by your politics. And
Very
then
true.
going back to our thing of like the coffee, like shops having being the spot of revolution, free coffee for all. And that's why we need a third space. Sit and drink coffee before the night's fun, saying Kathy Evans. Sit and drink coffee before the night's fun. Enjoy the company of a new friend. And I absolutely adore the show because for this particular streaming show, my friends, yes, primarily most of everybody enjoys us on Twitch, but we have comments coming in from Facebook. We have folks coming in from YouTube. So it is wonderful. And we're able to bring in our collaborators across time zones and states and occasionally continents as well. Like, for instance, Heli comes into us from Finland quite often.
It's on my list of places to go.
Finland, yeah. Do the
Yeah.
fish, do the fish slop. Finland, Finland, Finland. Today we're going to talk Today we're going to talk all about fire. Boy, there sure is a lot of that around these days. Me, I'm a firefighter. I fight fires. I hate fire. You might say I'm anti-fire. Oh, that is delightful, London fog. Well done. London fog saying like, I put in like 5 lines. Gareth, MVP today. It's the first episode of the horror podcast, The Magnus Archives. Oh, about the fish market close. All right. The Magnus Archives, afraid to get snatched by an anglerfish. Ah, all right. So let's see what we have. We have a whole thing. Yeah. But the blood stilled out by Arabica bean. I want to make that Arabica by an Arabica bean. But let's see. Midnight drips slow through the cafe's glass panes, where velvet shadows curl in candlelight. And bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger pale beneath the light. The many flavors you might just like. The corners of the shop are shadowed deep, and predatory eyes glint in the dark. His cup resounds uncouth, a brazen burp of shadows through the shadow place. Weekly specials, a few new types. Creepeth soft within the shrouded shade, and stalks the night with hunger yet unseen. First most strange by a darker art's made, for blood stilled out from a humble bane. Sit and drink coffee before the night's fun. Enjoy the company of a new friend. All right. Okay, I'm liking this. The corners of the shop are shadow deep. I love that line. That's great. That's evocative. The corners of the shop are shadow deep. A thirst most strange by darker arts is made. I like that. So one of the things I like to do then is basically, Jessica, since you're new to this, I effectively most of the time just serve as editor. So I take everybody's lines and I put them in together. And London Fog is saying some lines missing out of the candy jar. I think you might be right. So let me go back and scroll through. But I basically serve as editor here, and I pull things together, even if it's not in the original intention that everybody throws together. We're able to mash it all together to make something strange and new. All right. Oh, here we go. Your mortal life will only last an hour. Well, theirs are longer than a winter's night, but step inside, you precious living flower. The dark welcomes the favor of the light. All right, here we go. Your mortal life will only last an hour, while theirs are longer than a winter's... come on. Night, but step inside, you precious flower. I love that. Living flower. The dark welcomes the... I'm making that the flavor of the night.
It's very good. You have such incredibly talented viewers.
Yeah, I truly do. All blood types are available. Just ask. All blood types are available. Just ask. They open nightly. Come meet a friend. Like this.
Or come eat a friend.
Oh! They are opened. They are open nightly. Come eat a friend. Eat a friend. That's what I said. Yes.
Yeah.
Winter Tailspinner saying about the app Drip Drop sold. They need to read this. They need to read your book. All right. So, and Gareth also built off of what London Fog wrote. Built within these walls where silent centuries breed, a sip what time itself cannot reclaim. Each crimson drop a tale concealed beneath. Each cup a whisper speaking out your name. Oh, this is delightful. Oh, right. Within these walls where silent centuries breathe, they sip what time itself cannot reclaim. Each crimson drop a tale concealed beneath. Each cup a whisper speaking out your name. So, Jessica, when you are writing, do you tend to just go straight to the computer? Do you have a specific or a typewriter? Do you go to a notebook? What do you like to do?
I go straight to my computer. I'm very boring. I don't like having to repeat my work. So it's all in one place, and then I just fix it afterwards, but all in the one place. Just babbling now. I'm just very into what people are writing. I've been skimming all of the things that I missed while I was babbling. Yeah, on my laptop, very boring.
That I wouldn't say it's boring. No, I mean, like, I've sometimes a B positive is needed. Oh, that's terrible. I love it. I am. My wife says obviously I'm very obviously a type B positive because I'm just like, oh, such a peppy person. But yeah, and I am a B positive blood type. So, all right. But wish I can cut and paste the brilliant words of one Gareth St. Lace. Yeah, I do. It will make this job so much easier. I bet you wish that you could cut and paste the brilliant words of one Gareth St.
And when
Lace.
can we get a copy of Gareth's book of sonnets?
That is a grand question for Gareth. Now, for the first edition of Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, though, is I'm planning on putting out this September. I'm hoping to get it out. Yeah, working on the editing process of like figuring out which of our poems is going in. Do I need to reformat any of them? That kind of thing. But I'd like to do it as basically just trying to figure out how many editions can this be, because we have a couple hundred of these now because we've been doing this for so many years of writing sonnets with Shakespeare. It started back during the Pando, and this is just a delightfully fun activity that we've kept going.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it seems like it's a good community of people who keep coming back for more. So
yeah. It will be it's delightful, and it's a grand community, and sometimes most of the time the crowd size is about this like 10 to 15 people, but sometimes it's bigger. So occasionally it's just a couple of us, but it's a lovely weekly little let's get together and make some art. And then some people take what they write and make their own thing off of that. Gareth is one who does that. London Fog is one who does that. Sally, who isn't here today, but often does that. So, this is amazing. You've always been very brave dealing with all the F stereotypes people will leave about AB positive to blood. Well, he is universally accepting in his way. I'm not AB positive. I'm just B positive person. Yeah, I need to be specific. All right, let's wrap this up because we are already at an hour. So, all right. All right. All right. I'm gonna actually put this back in to the candy jar. These couple of lines here, because I'm loving what London Fog put in as well. The your mortal life will only last an hour. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We have light in here 3 times now. Can we get a 4? Flavor. I'm going to make it British. And then, what is our final? Oh, yeah, let's do that right there. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, this became a little gothic. But since you're in Edinburgh, a lovely gothic city as well, in some aspects. Yeah. All right, so we have 3 stanzas here. Midnight drips slow through the cafe's glass panes, where velvet shadows curl in candlelight, and bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger pale beneath their light. Linger pale beneath. beneath the light of those who linger pale. I'm going to make it the night. Beneath the night. There we go. Mortal life will only last an hour, while theirs are longer than a winter's night. Inside, but step inside, you precious living flower. The darkness welcomes the flavor of the light. There we go. Within these walls, where silent centuries breathe, they sip what time itself cannot reclaim. Each crimson drop, a tale concealed beneath. Each cup a whisper, speaking out your name. And I'm going to reverse those two stanzas, because I think that one is the second. There we go. Yes, the dark welcomes the flavor of the light. Yes. And then vampires made Gothic groundbreaking, says London Fog. Oh, the sarcasm. All right. And now let's have a final couplet here. Okay. I'm just going through and seeing what might be the
What rhymes?
what is a good rhyme here. All blood types available just as and many flavors you might like. Open nightly, come meet a friend. Predatory eyes glint in the dark. Couple of sounds. Brazen birth. Sound echoes in the shadow plays. Weekly specials. Few new types. Corners of the shop are dark and deep. First. Corners of the shop are dark, are shadowed deep. I love that line. I want that back in there. All right. Corners of the shop are shadowed deep. And coffee bean. A drip drop. That'd be a great name also for the cafe. The Drip Drop. Ooh, at the Drip Drop Cafe. That'd be good. Let's see. Corners the sharper shadow deep. Creep, keep, steep. Blood like the bean needs to steep. Blood like the bean needs to steep. Blood like the Arabica bean needs to steep. There we go. Maybe. Blood like the Arabica bean. Bean needs to steep.
Everyone knows that. It's common knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Is that the right steep? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, let's try this. Midnight drips slowly through the cafe's glass panes where velvet shadows curl in candlelight. And bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger pale beneath the night. Within these walls where silent centuries breathe, they sip what time itself cannot reclaim. Each crimson drop a tale concealed beneath, each cup a whisper speaking out your name. Your mortal life will only last an hour, while theirs are longer than a winter's night. But step inside, you precious living flower. The dark welcomes the flavor of the light. London Fog has a better line coming in here. The corners of the shop are shadowed deep. A quote from Shakespeare, your little life is rounded with a sleep. That's grand. Oh! And I think we call this Drip Drop a night at the Vampire Cafe. All right. I think that's our poem for today. Oh, fantastic. Jessica MacLean, thank you so very much for joining us here today. This has been an absolute delight, my friend, and getting to catch up with you as well. My friends, you need to go and get her book. Incantations. Official publication date, I believe, is this Friday.
It's now.
Oh, it's now.
Happy
Oh,
Accident. It is now available.
All right. Well, the Happy Accident is available now. Go follow her everywhere. Jessica MacLean, author.weebly.com. You can go to her Substack, expatmaclean.substack.com. It's going to be available next week at Barnes and Noble through the Nook app, I'm going to guess.
No, actually, it's only in paperback for Barnes and Noble.
Oh, paperback at Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
Well, I have a Barnes and Noble near me here in Oklahoma, so I'm going to have to go
on
there.
the shelf. You'll have to ask them for it or order it online. But yeah.
Well, then I will have to go in, ask them to order it, and be like, "Oh, hey, could you get this in here?" And then, because a lot of time, I used to work at a Barnes and Noble, so
I used to manage one.
Nice. So in that case, you know this. When one person asks for a book to be ordered, often they'll order about 5 because it's like, oh, well, someone's asking us to order this. Yeah, sure. Okay. Because they also always offer, or nearly always offer, for you to, like, oh, yeah, we can get that for you here. Because then if one person's interested, well, there might be interest in general. And so that's a great way to get it into the shop. All right. I'm going to have to just walk into different Barnes and Nobles now and be like, hey, could you order this book for me? Thanks.
New marketing scheme.
Yeah, just like we just all walk into Barnes and Nobles. All right, so friends, new mission. Here's your marching orders. Walk into a Barnes and Noble near you. Or what is that fantastic independent bookstore out in the Pacific Northwest? London Fog, help me out. There's a wonderful independent bookstore. Is it Gabe's? I think maybe. I don't know. Barnes and Noble is closing by you. Oh no! Powell's Books. Go into Powell's Books as well. Powell's a lovely independent bookstore, and be like, hey, could you order Incantations for me by the amazing Jessica MacLean? It is of the new series. Yeah, Brookhaven Tales. Yeah, and I want to see more. So yes. Let's go.
This is our new scheme for all of our indie author friends is to go in person and order their books in person. That'd be great.
And ask them to get delivered to the book. Yeah, because it works for the library as well. All right, yeah. Going to the City of Book store today out there in Oregon. Wonderful. Well, my friends, this is Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Reminder, this Friday is Bandcamp Friday. So if you could actually go to shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com. Let me bring that link up on screen. There we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it either. There it is. shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com. If you could go there and buy my albums, that's awesome, because on Bandcamp Friday, the first Friday of the month, the artists get all of the proceeds. And tonight, upcoming shows, we have a fantastic upcoming show for you tonight. It is a bard fight. Yes, an all-bard party. Oops, all bards on tonight on Nat 21 Adventures, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, 1 o'clock in the morning for Scotland. So it is going to be grand. Join us on twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures. And if you are wanting to support the show on a more recurring basis or support me, you certainly can do so by going to my Patreon. Oh, there's Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
I'm not here.
There we go. Oh, nope. You know what? Let's just do both of us. That's fine. Patreon.com/Shakespeare. Patreon.com/Shakespeare. Become a Patreon of the arts. Tier start at $3, go up to $30. Everybody does get the same rewards because since the pandemic, money continues to be tight for most of us, not in the 1%. And you get all sorts of things such as access to my scripts. And we do a weekly Ask Shakespeare Anything. I'm sorry, a monthly Ask Shakespeare Anything on there now. that will then get put out later to the general public. So London Fog saying you'll figure it out someday. It's my first day with somebody else on my show in a hot minute because I don't do Shakespeare's coffee break anymore. That's fine. That might be a show we have to bring back though. Ask Shakespeare something. No, it's not. No. That's funny though. But let's do one final reading of our poem with the amazing man. I need an engineer. I seriously need an engineer. With our amazing and talented guest author here, Jessica MacLean, author of the book Incantations. Go to anywhere you can buy your books to order that. If you beat enough people over the head with it, publishers will take note and they'll go, hey, we want to give her a big advance and all of that. And then that allows her to buy the lovely flat that she's in Edinburgh and for me to go stay on her couch for Edinburgh Fringe.
If we make that happen, you can have the guest room.
Thank you. So friends, don't do this for her. Do this for me. Don't do it to support an author. Do it to support your friendly YouTube streamer who does live shows at Renaissance Fest. All right, but let's do our poem. One more reading of our poem, and here we go. Drip drop, a night at the Vampire Cafe. Midnight drips slow through the cafe's glass panes, where velvet shadows curl in candlelight, and bitter brews run darker than the veins of those who linger pale beneath the night. Within these walls, where silent centuries breathe, they sip what time itself cannot reclaim. Each crimson drop a tale concealed beneath, each cup a whisper speaking out your name. Your mortal life will only last an hour, while theirs are longer than a winter's night. But step inside, you precious living flower. The dark welcomes the flavor of the light. The corners of the shop are shadowed deep. Your little life is rounded with a sleep. Oh, that was brilliant. I love this, friends. There we go. Can we hear me? I can hear me. Hopefully, the rest of you can
hear you.
Yeah. That was Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. With special guest, author Jessica MacLean. Again, one more time, my friends, please go follow her where you follow things and people. She's amazing and brilliant and wonderful. She has written a book that I'm looking very forward to reading, Incantations. And go to Barnes & Noble, ask them to get you a copy, and any other bookstore as well. Jessica MacLean, author.weebly.com, and Expat MacLean is his Substack. So go follow her there. Do the things, and friends, remember, art is weird, art is funny, and so are we. So I love you, you love me. There's mutual glorious affection. My friends, I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.